In what may be the hottest year in history, scientists have recorded radical changes to the permafrost in Antarctica.
The Pandora virus, a so-called giant virus with the largest genome size ever recorded.
The crabs also display increased aggression, even towards larger predators.
A striking new weather anomaly has claimed many coastlines around the world. NASA is examining these clouds to figure out...
We've detected large amounts of an organic composite. So far, the sample doesn't match any of the DNA records we've compared it with.
We all saw it. Those creatures coming out of the sea on that oil rig.
The president has declared a national emergency.
It's obvious that what we're dealing with here is a biological weapon. As of today, we are at war.
It's taking their minds. I saw them walk right into the sea. Thousands of people. Thousands.
The mist is gone, but the city is dead. The roads are broken. You must join one of the havens. Do not attempt to survive on your own.
Alright, so hello everybody and welcome to Getting Wrecked and Pheonix Point. This game, created by the same guy that once created the original XCOM game, has been released. And we will have to take a look at this. I'm looking forward to this game for quite a while. I have started the playthrough off camera. I maybe played like 10 hours or so of this game. So I'm not completely new, but still, there are things I don't know about this game. We will go with Legend, we will go with Tutorial enabled, so we get all the story bits. We don't have any DLCs yet. I think that's fine. Let's just start the game. Loading. Oh.
My name is Randolph Symes. I am the last leader of the Pheonix Project. If you are hearing this, I am most likely dead. But in happier news, a scarab has been sent to pick you up, and its artificial intelligence will take you to Pheonix Point. Get to it quickly and safely.
Right. Camera and movement, so you use good old mouse, or you can use WASD as well. You can zoom in and out, all that good stuff. Now, if you're new to XCOM, tough luck. Nah, it's fine. But most of the things here I will describe in terms of XCOM, the remakes, I guess. So, as you can see here, the tutorial will tell us to move over here, and I'll go with the tutorial and I'll explain things in more depth when need to. But it tells us to move up here.
No time to waste.
And we spot an enemy. Enemy icons above your action bar show all spotted enemies. So down here. So we see one, just like in XCOM remakes. Red icon shows that you have direct line of sight towards it. Okay. We have another soldier here. So select that one. We try to flank this dude. So we will move here. Soldiers have 4 action points to use for shooting and movement each turn. And soldier can move a number of tiles for each action points depending on his speed. So everyone has 4 action points, and we can see as I move this to cursor out, this is how far I can go with 1 action point, then this is 2, 3, 4, right? And the range of this is depending on my speed. So if I had higher speed, the first line would be further out. I would be able to run much further. And down here we can see that we need 2 action points to shoot, or well, 2 action points to shoot this weapon. Anyways, let's move up here and flank him.
Target in sight.
So we could see that line as well. They told us about these blue lines that we can see. That we have a line of sight. They don't always work, but usually they do. So we actually stopped here before entering this location because we found another crab lobster man here. The health bar indicates the current hit points. The armor pips to the right shows the amount of damage. Can we not scroll in close in further? Oh well, that's fine. So armor, it's just subtract from the damage. So if you would do 30 damage with the weapon, 10 armor will reduce that to 20 damage. It's possible to do 0 damage with shots. Anyways, let's take firing weapon here. So we can see that this white line, does it say here? Yeah. The whiter damage prediction, the more likely it is to kill. So his hit bar is completely white, and the skull, so this will most likely kill this dude. He got alerted and then he got dead. Once you're out of APs, enter standby mode. So when we have everyone in standby, we can end our turn. Well, we can end turn anyways, but it's just to say that I'm finished with this soldier. And this soldier doesn't have any more action points. We could move, but not in the tutorial. But like, I would not stand here just looking at this dude. I would have moved back here. But this is a tutorial, like I said, so I will just tank a couple of hits to the face, and that removed some armor. When a character is attacked, damage is done to the body part that was hit, as well as reducing general hit points. Wounded body parts are marked by yellow, or in yellow. Left, so we got hit in the head. Disabled body parts are marked in red. Disabled body parts will usually cause bleeding and the loss of strength and possible willpower. Any special ability given by that body part will be lost. So, cover and environment. Any object in the environment can provide cover by blocking the path of a projectile. Alright, so that means if we had a tree here in a way, we might actually have been safe because he would maybe have hit a tree instead, even if it doesn't technically act as cover as these mouse overs do. When next to a low obstacle or low wall, soldiers will crouch to reduce exposure. That's this half shield shenanigans. When next to a high obstacle or high wall, soldiers will remain standing but can step to the side and shoot. Now we will move into this full cover, so she will stand up here instead. But when we tell her to shoot, she will peek out. Re-aim allows you to target a body part and see the effect of disabling that body part. Each body part has its own hit points and armor. Damage prediction is also shown for the targeted body part. So it wants us to do free aim shooting, so
attempting to acquire
using
target.
the scroll wheel we can enter free aim like this. So the outer blue circle shows where all the hits will land. So, and then the inner one will show you where 50% will land. So let's say here I would have 50% of my shots will land in this inner circle, but since some of my shots might end up in the outer circle as well, you can see that the leg is not completely filling up the circle. So if you had a smaller circle, we would have a more accurate weapon and be able to shoot like that. You can also see that the leg has 100 hit points and 10 armor. while this arm has 50 hit points and no armor. So down in the right hand corner we can see our weapon, 35 times 6, so we will do 6 shots with 35 damage each. So if the armor, like on the machine gun, that's 20, it's going to block more than half of that damage, because every instance will be reduced by 20, not the full amount of the burst fire. Anyways, so we could go for this arm. So disable the arm and then we just killed him. Now in the tutorial he would die anyways, because he's scripted to die from any damage. And they tell us to move up like Rambo here. Just do it. And then return. I have a bunch of nasty looking dudes here. And then the tutorial is just leaving you hanging like this. Like, yeah, sure, move up like that and then just get your ass kicked. Now, the thing here is that
acquiring target.
If you shoot him in the carapace, he will take like no damage. You can see that by the white. The leg, that's a nice kill. We could also go for this guy. The legs seem to be really vulnerable on these guys. Now, if I stay here and take my shots, I will use 2 action points per shot, so I can actually take 2 shots if not moving at all. The same goes for her back here, but she's further away, so her ring will be larger. So for her, maybe it's better to move up closer. Now it's not really, because
ready to fire.
These guys are melee only right now, so there's a nasty shield down there. Let's go for a UC leg there. So disable the leg. So we haven't learned about Overwatch yet. That's fine.
I can do this.
Now,
it's hard to shoot like this.
We can still shoot the leg even if it doesn't have any hit points left. And these guys will be doing some nasty damage. Deploying the shield. But now they are pretty much done for. And this guy even only had his shield towards our other guy. So maybe we can find some holes in his armor. And I really like the fact that they use these enemies in the beginning to learn you about this free aiming. The fact that they have these shields, that it really forces you to use it.
Ready-ish.
They want us to go to the vehicle. Like I was saying, we were supposed to go to a scarab. That was what the intro movie told us. Let's just go here, enter the vehicle. Let's drive to Pheonix Base, Pheonix Point. Some XP experience. I don't think that actually matters in the tutorial, but there will be one more story mission or tutorial.
If you are hearing this message, an alert has been triggered and you will need to clear out the enemy forces. There may be others who receive this signal. Help them if you can. It's all up to you now. Good luck, operatives. Symes out.
Right. Next tutorial, inventory. Inventory shows everything carried by soldiers and items on the ground or in adjacent crates. Encumbrance: if the weight of all carried items and armor is greater than the soldier's strength, then the soldier suffers a movement penalty. Here's our inventory. So ready, these are the things that you have easy access to. You can use them without action points, or yeah. In the backpack, that's things you're carrying, but it will cost you action points to make them ready. So you should always try to keep free items in the ready slots first before filling up the backpack. Ground, items on the ground nearby. Entering the inventory display has no AP cost, but moving things around do. So it will cost you 1 action point to move things around, but I think it will only cost you 1, and then you can move how much you want. There are also equipment crates containing weapons, ammo, and other equipment. The first time a unit moves next to it, you will open it and get a will point bonus. It will cost 1 AP to move stuff. Right.
Let's do this.
Let's go over here and take a look. Take a medkit from the equipment and place it in the ready slot. Take a grenade. Then go back. This will cost 1 action point even if you move 2 items. Selecting this soldier. Run in like this. This is how you play XCOM, baby. Oh, just 2 enemies. No worries, we also have an ally here. And your turn for now. Tank a couple of hits. Oh boy. Disable the torso. Status effects are bonuses or penalties that affect a unit for a certain amount of time. Positive effects are usually acquired through abilities, while negative effects from an enemy weapon or ability. Bleeding is one of the most common status effects, and you are being dealt a set amount of damage at the start of their turn equal to their bleed level. Bleeding can be cured by using a medkit. After mission ends, bleeding and disabled limbs are cured, but hit points need to be restored at the base with a medical facility. Not completely true, but we'll go with it. Items in the ready section of the inventory are shown in the ready items bar. They can be selected for use without an AP cost. So we can select a grenade. We can move up here, I think it's telling us to do.
Heading out.
We are going to melee toss grenade here. Eat this. They were completely wasted. Here we're not even doing anything with her. This is to show you the bleed. And the bleed will continue happening. Like, it won't end after 5 turns or anything like that, as far as I know. So medkits restore hit points and remove bleeding and poison. So not everything, but bleeding and poison. You can heal other people or you can heal yourself. So we're going to heal.
Checking your status.
The woman without a torso. Rescue
Comms online.
allies, so we're going to rescue this heavy. Right. There are various soldier classes, each with their own set of abilities and equipment proficiencies. while any soldier can use any armor or weapon. Doing so comes at the risk of lower accuracy or fumbling. The heavy class soldiers are proficient in heavy weapons and usually equipped with armor capable of enduring large amount of damage. Their emblematic jetpack suit allows them to fly over obstacles or reach high points with ease. We're going to use our jetpack here. Willpower determines a soldier's will to fight and ability to perform advanced class abilities. A soldier begins battle with will points equal to his willpower, and they are displayed in the lower left corner of the screen over here. Willpower can be, it's also the white line on the portrait. Will points can be gained by killing enemies, opening crates, or reaching objective zones. They can be lost when allies die. If a unit's will points fall to 0, it panics and loses a turn. You can restore it by using the recovery ability. So if you have used some will points, you will get a new ability. Maybe we can see it here.
Good idea.
Just fly into everything here, find another dude. Okay, it doesn't show us, but you could spend your whole action, or whole action and movement, to restore half of your max will points, I think. So we end turn, we will be up in front here tanking with our heavy. So one important thing here is that these guys are the same enemy as this guy, but these guys have a carapace and a shield. This guy doesn't have the carapace, he doesn't have a shield, he has a grenade launcher instead. So they're utilizing the same enemies but in different ways in this game, which is kind of cool, with different mutations. Some abilities such as return fire allow characters to react during the enemy turn. Return fire allows a character to shoot back when enemies shoot at it or any of its allies as long as the attacker is within 18 tiles of the target. I don't think this is true. Maybe it is. We'll see. I think it's half the perception range, but maybe it's capped at 18. Only certain weapons are able to return fire, regardless of what skills a unit might have. Move your assault under the wing, then shoot the enemy and observe the, the return fire, alright? So...
targeting.
You can see this small icon here that will tell you that this enemy will return fire. Now, usually if you see someone with return fire, you would either try to snipe them, or one-shot them of course, or you would go for maybe disabling their weapon first. So shooting this arm would be a pretty good solution. But let's just follow the tutorial right now, or right now. I think it only does a half as many shots as a usual burst though. The Overwatch ability allows soldiers to guard the area during an enemy's turn. If they enter an Overwatch cone, it is attacked automatically. So
standing by.
We're going to move here, it seems, and then use Overwatch. So here's a cone. You can make it really narrow or really big. And it wants us to use Overwatch here.
Providing Overwatch.
And I think that's because Overwatch are really good at dealing with these guys with the shields, because when they are moving, they usually put down their shields. can look at the info panel. For the stats, we can also use it on our enemies. We have done that already. But here's our assault. It does tell us that we have an empty mag, so I guess it doesn't really... I don't know. Oh, it looks like we have infinite ammo. We can also look at the enemies here. Or we could, if the tutorial didn't force us to...
Hostile neutralized.
That's evil. I like the fact that you will, in the tutorial, you would actually lose. Maybe it's different on different difficulty settings, but I mean, we are getting our ass kicked all the time here. Now, it tells us to kill all the enemies. So our trusty jetpack here. We bash him with our gun. We find... these soldiers have such a high accuracy versus the ones that you have in after the tutorial, but we'll see. What goes with the real game, but now we cleared the Pheonix base. That was that mission was all about, clearing out the Pheonix base and start this project.
The Pheonix Project was founded on October 24th, 1945. The Second War to end all wars was over, but there were those who understood that we could no longer afford to think in terms of nations and empires. For a time, the Pheonix Project successfully navigated the political conflicts of its era. That was our golden age. Pheonix Project operatives scoured the world for clues. We had bases in 24 countries. Even the heavens were not off limits. But out there, on the far side of the moon, began our downfall. The failure of the Pheonix 2 mission exposed us to our enemies in the UN. Stripped of resources and scattered to the winds, we were reduced to a secret, a memory. When the Pandora virus woke up, we should have been the first line of defense. When huge clouds of mist appeared over the sea, when people started vanishing, we should have figured out what was going on. And when those people started coming back, changed, hostile, alien, we should have been ready to fight, but we failed. The ecosystem started to change, imperceptibly at first, then faster and faster. 3 factions arose. New Jericho, trying to restore order and purity. Sanhedrin, hoping to build a world without hierarchies. And the disciples of Anu, a new syncretic religion dedicated to adaptation and biological change. At war with the world, and at odds with each other, these factions cannot find a way forward. Now the mist is returning, and armies are rising from the sea. Without the Pheonix Project, humanity will fall. It's time to rise from the ashes.
Bum bum bum. Escape. Escape shows the world at all locations and sites of interest. In the beginning, all you know about is your base, Pheonix Point. Right, so we will go through the tutorial steps here. Enter the base. Your base is your stronghold, containing old facilities as well as vital resources such as food, materials and tech. It's in bad shape. You need to repair your vehicle bay before you can launch your Manticore aircraft, and it will take some time. Start repairing and advance time. So repair facility, it will cost us some materials and some tech. will take 10 hours. So here is our resources, materials, tech, and food. Food is mostly used for recruitment. We also have living quarters for 8 people, but we are only having 4 soldiers right now. No land vehicles, 1 aircraft, and 15 storage used. Not much else to do here, so we'll go to the geoscape and advance time until we have prepared our vehicle bay. It will take 10 hours. So we start in Mexico. That's random all the time, every time. So the Manticore is your aircraft for transporting soldiers and exploring the world. Aircraft's crew is shown in the aircraft bar in the bottom of the screen, using their soldier class icons. Alright. So here is our Manticore, and we have these guys. I wonder if they are always the same. I don't think so. 2 of them are. Or maybe 3. Sniper is not the same though. Maybe it's because we did the tutorial, then it's the same as in the tutorial. Otherwise it might be random. It tells us to explore this unexplored site. Let's go. Initially all sites are unexplored. Need at least 1 soldier to explore a location. So we'll click here and say explore. It will take some time. Boom. And then we get a mission. So a scavenging site mission. Eliminate all enemies to claim the resource crates. Low threat. Day and Pandoran enemies. Let's go. This is the first real mission. Yes. I don't know if your soldiers are invulnerable on this one as well. I don't think so, but what do I know? I like that this video is almost the same as in the XCOM remakes. Right. So, on this map we have these resource nodes we need to defend while killing all the enemies. All our dudes are level 1. So we have Sniper, Stosil Stok Groshev.
What's our plan?
Lice Eclair, it's our assault.
Channel open.
Adrian Tiny Alviso is our heavy, and Bave C Jack is our second assault. So our sniper rifle can only shoot as long as we move 1 action point.
Channel open.
So let's scout with our assaults first. Now I know that the enemies really like to go for our... Oh, here we have a chest. The enemies really like to go for these, what do you call them, resources first. I'm actually going to dash here because we need to be fast. This guy has a grenade launcher arm, not a lot of hit points, no carapace, no armor. So he's pretty weak sauce. That's a strong weapon though.
Confirming target.
Our sniper can actually see him. So let's get a better line of sight. Now even our sniper won't get guaranteed hits here. If she hits, he will die. But there are a bunch of nasty stuff in the way here. This is a 50-50 maybe to kill. So we got lucky there. Can use our jetpack to get some high ground. Now high ground is usually pretty bad for heavies. Oh, hello there. Because do you have handgun? Triton. Regeneration. Handgun. Spawn mist. Launcher arm. But heavies use their weapons from the hips. Could jump down here. The issue is that these are explosive barrels.
Advancing.
I do have an angle here as well.
On it.
You could wait for his animation to be the right hand side here. Sometimes to get a better a clearer shot. Let's move forward one step. Yeah, that's a bit better. Alerted him, that's fine, I think.
I'm going.
Now the question is, do you want to move? Do you want to jump down or not? I'm a bit afraid of his grenade launcher, but I'm hoping he won't. Oh, that's a nasty looking thing. There are plenty of enemies here. Like I said, they really like to go for these these things. Our heavy won't be super useful, I don't think. I don't think we will be able to save all of these. Because if you look at this cannon, it's really difficult to hit anything. If you hit something,
heading out. Enemy in visual range.
You will most likely die. And it will most likely penetrate things like this. Look at that. 95 damage, and they got dazed. Yeah, those face huggers are still pretty far away. It's not quite dead, and he's regenerating faster than he will bleed.
Heading out.
All set.
We are spreading the love a little bit thin. Now we do have a grenade here. Is that better to hit this thing? I don't know, it feels like... might destroy the cover, it might not. That way we... Oh yeah, damn it, these things, they are the worst.
Holding position.
So we'll watch. Mind Fragger. Do you want to base our sniper shot on that? See if we can get the kill instead.
On the mark.
Disable the head. That's okay. It's not super useful for them. I think that was good. Maybe not. Someone is using mist, I think. Yeah. Now, mist doesn't cost any action points, it only costs will points. Look at those guys, they are really fast. So, they can almost destroy one of these in one turn. I think the Mind Fragger will be in range to attach to us in the next turn. Now, we can't see this guy, but we did hear him. We also kind of know where he is. If we toss a grenade, it will remove the smoke.
5 by 5.
Could also just do a couple of shots in here. Let's see. So you can use the good old tile scan, and the fact that you hear him outside the map means that he most likely, well, the other side of this map. I think we'll do like this.
Targeting. That was a kill.
Yeah, that was a kill. That's good. Good stuff. And then we'll try to snipe this guy. Hit will kill, I think. Well, not if we hit the pincer, I guess. The pincer is actually not the body part. It counts as a weapon. So now he doesn't have a pincer. He still has the rocket launcher though. So that didn't really help all that much. I think they are too far away. Still. We'll see. Maybe they toss grenades at us. But I also want to keep our distance. I feel like they will most likely attack some more of these. But I don't really know. don't know if I want to stand close to one either, because then there will be... Oh, we can hit two things at once. Yeah. The heavies are pretty useless in the early game.
Target in sight.
Ish. Here comes the grenade. No. Okay. He's dashing like crazy. You really like that mist. They're attacking that thing. We are losing crates left, right, and center here.
Channel open. Taking action.
That might work.
Channel open.
We could move here and melee him, because this won't happen. Like, it's maybe a 5% shot even at this distance.
Receiving. Loud and clear. Taking action.
We'll toss this grenade here.
Took one down.
Okay, he just died straight up. I can't really remember who. Let's shoot him square in the face. And then we'll do this. No, we can't reach, damn it. I was hoping for taking a look if...
Comms online.
I don't really want to stand close to each other.
Confirming target.
Where is it? Let's take one shot. I don't know. That was not really going to happen. Problem here is I feel like we will be in range. I think we should be able to hit from... Oh, it's panicking. Nice.
Let's do this.
Oh, it's not even a freaking kill. Whoops. Well. That's bad. That's really bad. Is he dead? Okay, he's dead. Well, in that case we need to run up and try to save our heavy. Well, I don't think this is a guaranteed kill either.
less to worry about.
Easy. Surgical. Can you... I have seen better shots, but... that worked. Let's try the pistol here. Should be the last enemy, so...
Hostile neutralized.
Nice. So even the first mission is pretty gnarly. I really try to save as many crates as possible, but even then I lost 2. But. That's fine. What did we get? We got 100 tech, 400 materials, 100 food. We got some ammo, because ammo is not infinite in this game. So soldiers will get fatigued, losing 1 stamina point per turn, max 10 per battle. When stamina falls below 20%, the soldier will suffer an action point penalty in the next battle. Your soldiers will recover stamina and health while resting at the base, as long as they have living quarters for restoring stamina and medical bay for restoring hit points. Return to your base and let your soldiers recover. You can see the white here is the stamina. We didn't take any damage though. Personal roster shows all your soldiers and ground vehicles, wherever they are located. Can transfer soldiers. Yeah, not really yet, because we only have 1 place. And you can customize them. So, you go to personal, equipment. Equipping your soldiers. Is there anything really interesting here? Not really. Not anything you can't read about here. So if you want to build more ammo for this cannon, we can actually click plus ammo here. It will equip from stores, but if you don't have any ammo in the stores, it will actually build more. And here's the armor. So he has different slots for armor as well. It's kind of cool. Training. So we have strength, willpower and speed. So we can use skill points, either the soldier skill points or from Pheonix skill points that can be used by anyone. You can only acquire abilities for current level or lower. When reaching level 4, you can choose to multi-class into another class. You also have some personal skill points or skills you can choose as well. So yeah, you can see. I wonder if everyone starts with the same stats. Yeah, they have the same stats. But Adrian, our heavy here, he has the heavy stats or heavy skills here, with the most powerful being Rage Burst at level 7. But he also have the ability to get close quarter specialist because of being well, as a personal skill, but you still have to pay for it upon reaching level 3. Well, we didn't get any level ups, but we can look here. The heavy has proficiency with heavy weapons, mounted weapons and jetpack. Sniper rifles and handguns, and assault rifles and shotguns. You can still use other weapons, but they will be less efficient on those soldiers. And if you multi-class into sniper, this guy could use assault rifles, shotguns, pistols, and sniper rifles. You also have like self-defense specialist, so he could actually get a pistol proficiency from this skill instead of getting the kind of expensive class of sniper. And you had this ability to change appearance as well. I felt like my heavy was a lady, but maybe it wasn't. Yeah, the hair color might not do a whole lot when you're bold like that, but make him an old fart like me.
Can't wait.
Still alive.
Colors. Make him red or something like that. We can see that he's a heavy. Let's go to research. You will do atmospheric analysis. You can build more research labs to research faster. So here we go with this one. We have managed to connect some of the remaining weather satellites. We should use these to assess the extent of the new mist outbreak. Yoink. So here's our queue. We only have one thing in the queue. Here's our ally research. If our allies are researching anything. We don't have any allies right now, but I think we will play until we have researched that. I think that's what the tutorial wants us to do.
Research complete.
Reprogramming of our satellite systems have revealed the extent of the new mist outbreak. The origin sites are in the coastal sea regions, as in the previous 2 incursions. That's interesting that this has been 2 incursions before. But the activity level seems higher, posing a serious threat to remaining life on Earth. Havens caught within the mist will be at risk of attack. We should explore mist-covered regions thoroughly and defend any havens trapped within them. Our escape monitoring system has been updated to with the current mist coverage. So we can see red regions. The Pandoran mutations will attempt to build colonies on areas of land covered by the mist, which will then attack nearby havens. To meet this threat, you will need to produce equipment. Weapons, vehicles and armor are manufactured by fabrication plants. This one here, we have one of them. Provided the required research has been developed and enough research resources are available. They take a varying amount of time to produce. Speed it up by building more of these guys. Build a medkit. Medkit is instant. There we go. We have 3 of them. Return to the geoscape. Satellite uplinks allow area scans to be initiated, revealing new sites of interest. The more uplinks there are available, the more simultaneous scans can be performed. It's being performed by an aircraft centered on its location. So we could click here. We can click here. Click here. So that started an area scan. Now our aircraft doesn't need to stay there. We can be flying around willy-nilly. But that's a tutorial. Research the Pheonix archives. Okay. We also want to research Haven recruitment protocols. We can recruit more people. I'll do that first. Maybe not. Let's follow the tutorial, why not? Or they actually tell us to research both. And in that case... So we have a new unexplored site. One thing I'm going to do before ending here is I'm going to build food production here, I think. Because we are losing food every power or whatever this is. 1 per soldier. And I want to have food to recruit more people, so I'm going to build a food production. Another thing that's pretty good to have, I think, is the training facility. Where you can get experience even if people are not on missions. But other than that, that's fine. Also, we don't have that many resources. But also thinking about building... we could build a tank, I guess. The missile launcher. We build armor. Or weapons. Like the grenades are not instant to build. So... might actually want to build a couple of these even if it costs us a bit of money. But yeah, that's Pheonix Point. We're going to keep on exploring here in the next episode. And I really like this game so far. There are some issues with it. We will most likely run into them, but anyways, it feels good to make new videos again, and I hope that I will see you again next time. Goodbye.